else. Since you getting comfy, I'ma let you sit there, I'ma let you stay there. When I shed a tear, they didn't have no care, so I'ma charge retail. I brought some cause you say you want sick. If you love sick in the room, you best get well. Every dog has its day. What the
Hello everyone, I'm Larry Ridley and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Tonight's matchup features two quarterbacks who will be trying to lead their team to victory. It's Tyrod Taylor's Bears going up against Tannehill's Dolphins.
Larry, thank you. The renovations, they have certainly transformed this place as EA Sports welcomes you to beautiful Miami, Florida. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Chicago Bears and the Miami Dolphins.
Under 10, under 10, 10. Base, base, base. Here we go, base, base, base. Quick.
Now it's the Boise State alum, Jay Ajayi, and able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Offense in a good spot here, 2nd and 2.
Base. All day, I'm here. Tight right. Go. Chip left.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So they jumped on the left side of that line.
And you know when you're at the end spot, you are like in the starting blocks, waiting for the pistol to fire and go, and he jumped a little bit too early.
Tight right. Zip. Chip left.
We got three, fellas. We got three.
Hey.
Watch 14.
They send Stills in motion. They run again with Ajayi. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again, go play action, hit them over the top.
Roy.
Tight right.
Good breaker, baby. Good breaker.
Quick.
Good breaker.
Hurry.
Shut down.
Now it's Tannehill off the bootleg, sliding out of the pocket. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Defense showing blitz.
Two times.
Here you go. Right here. Chip left.
Three down.
Zip. Clay.
Six guy. Check six
Yo.
guy.
Quick.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the 2nd and the 3rd level. Get the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. 5 yards left for the offense. It's 2nd down.
Go. Hey. Go.
17 George. Watch 17.
Play fake to Ajayi. It's Tannehill. Flushed out right. And this one hauled in by Will Time. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a first down.
Zip.
Undercrush.
Zip. Go.
Check.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Well, forget about finding a lane there. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Probably fortunate he was able to hold on to the football.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Tannehill escaping the pressure right. Look, he rifles one that's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. And he returns it here to his own 18-yard line. They were ball hawks last week. They had a trio of interceptions on defense. In the first drive, they pick up right where they left off.
They're creating quite a reputation for themselves, aren't they? And sometimes what happens is when they know that the defense can take the ball away, as they saw the previous week, now you try too hard to not let them take it away, and you force yourself into errors. They've intimidated them in a sense and gotten the ball from them.
Now the former 1,000-yard man for the Dolphins, Lamar Miller. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Ohio, blitz! Here we go! What? 90!
They'll run it again with Miller. And he's got room. And a great move on the play as he takes this one past the 25. Call it an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
They'll try to run for it with Miller. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4.
You know, we might start getting some props here in the booth. You know, that one that says the D and then the fence that you put up next to it. How about that? They brought out the jumbo package and still couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage enough to pick up that first down.
Impressive. They were ready defensively for that jumbo set. 20 yards on the pickup there. And the Bears are going to get a first.
I know they got the first down, but Brandon, I still don't like the call going for it there. Yeah, they got it. But I would have punted the ball there, played some field position. I mean, it's okay to end drives and kicks, right? You know, we've heard that from different guys before. Remember, a kick's either a punt, right, field goal, or a point after touchdown. It's okay to end it in a kick.
And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 20 yards on both of those plays back-to-back there. They are moving now. It's another first down.
Here we go! Ohio! Let's go!
They go play action here on first down. Steps away. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Dwight Lowry. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
They'll begin the drive with a J. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. A tackle for loss there. 2 last week. He's tough to handle coming off the edge.
And when you talk about a defensive end, your first thought is, how does he rush the passer? That's where he makes his big plays, getting into the backfield. But the best ones can play the run as well. And that's what we're seeing from him, that excellent combination of holding the point of attack and also getting upfield to make plays in the backfield.
They send Stills in motion. The throw on second down is Tannehill. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. He was trying to hit Thomas that time. Third down here. And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this first quarter.
You know, we often talk about how offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really, you know, in that zone. Defenses can be the exact same way, and I think we're seeing an example of it here.
Out! Check 9, check 9. Run. Rush in.
Throwing on third down, Tannehill. They dump off underneath to Ajayi. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. Give him 3 on the play, and that's going to make it fourth down.
Yeah,
Tannehill staying out there. They're going to go on 4th down. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter begins with the Dolphins in possession of the football, but likely not for long as they're in punt formation to kick it away. So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8.
Hip. Let's go.
Three down.
Block.
Shift.
Clay.
Switch.
Base.
Kill.
Clay.
Back.
They send Stills in motion.
Switch it. Come on, switch it.
They are going for it. It's Tannehill. And this is caught. He hits Landry. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a first down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Drops it off to Ajayi. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. Give him 6 on the play, and it'll bring up a second down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Again, Tannehill being chased out left. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got it outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Clay.
It's our time, guys. It's our time.
They send Stills in motion. They'll run it now out of the gun. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down.
Oh, boy, I know you felt that one.
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier.
Watch tight end.
Now they're out there again to try once more.
Ooh, 88. Hurry.
3 down.
Zip.
Check.
Hurry.
SOS.
They're going to go. It's Tannehill.
You got tight right there.
Got a man open. It's Brian Quick. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It's a gain of 21 that time. And that's good for a Miami first down.
Right. He's tight on the right.
Let's go. Block.
3 down.
Hurry.
Check 24.
Zip.
Check.
They send Stills in motion.
Hey, check.
On 1st and 10, Tannehill.
Kill.
Forced out to his left. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, 2nd down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete.
Got 3 down.
They send Stills in motion.
Check.
On 2nd and 10, Tannehill going to throw deep for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he's able to get up here to the 26. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down. Play action. Now Taylor. And it's caught. Kobe Flainer. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to swing the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Here's Taylor to throw. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. That's complete. It's Brian Quick. The Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him, they've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Back to the air, Tannehill on second down. Eluding the pressure right. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's third down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
Let's go. Wide. Get wide. Go.
Jim.
2 minutes remain in a scoreless first half. We'll come back to Miami after this. The Dolphins on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
Here we go. Quick. Base.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Zebra.
Check 26.
And the wideout in motion.
Watch the air.
They'll run it now out of the gun.
Switch.
Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. Now the Bears electing to call a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And this offense has converted twice already here in this first half on 4th down conversions. And here we go again.
Zebra.
Watch twist.
Hey.
36.
They send Stills in motion.
Check, go get him.
Here we go on 4th. Tannehill dancing to his left. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Nick Kwiatkowski able to get in there and drop him behind the line. The Bears offense now getting ready to take over. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit. Like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy. I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third. Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Let's go!
On third down, Miller. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. It'll be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return, and it'll be Dolphin football. Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar
I was
situation.
going to say maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Watch the run. Watch the run.
Here we go. Ooh, 88. Play,
Ladies and Mike.
Base.
All day, baby, all day.
Go.
2nd and 10. Tannehill once more. Flush to his right. Got his man over the middle. This is quick.
Tight right.
A Miami first down. That one going for a gain of 11. First down now, but the clock continues to move.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurate when he throws a nice pass for a first down.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Reggie Ragland not dropping into coverage. He comes on the blitz and takes him down for a loss of 9.
Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up.
Go.
90 is the Mike.
Tiger. Come on, run.
Let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball right here.
Hip.
He's crashing. He's checking crash.
They send Stills in motion.
Black.
37. Check 37.
Here's Tannehill now on 2nd down. Going deep here for Stills. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Kenny Stills, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
Well, they decided to air it out a little bit on that play, take a shot downfield, but the coverage was really nice. Able to get a hand in and tip it away.
Hip. Let's go. Ooh, 88. Come on, run. Here you go, Tiger.
Check 6 guy.
Play.
Alert flare.
They send Stills in motion.
Watch the quick.
3rd and long. It's Tannehill.
Go.
Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down.
And that's how you pick up a first down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
Right here. 88. Hey.
Check. Fresno.
Zero.
They send Stills in motion.
Motion.
Tannehill on first down. Going deep here for Stills. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. Stills the intended target, and it's 2nd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete.
Go.
90 is the Mike.
Run.
You better bring it.
Run. Under crunch.
They send Stills in motion. Now it's Tannehill. Flushed out right. He almost had it. The big D lineman nearly had an interception. Instead, it falls down incomplete. Pretty lucky to get the football back. Had his target out there waving the arms, saying I'm open, but maybe didn't see him quick enough.
And I know the jokes are always about defensive backs' hands. What really actually happens, you don't get many opportunities. You get over anxious and you start to think about taking it away and going the other way instead of focusing and catching the ball.
Ajayi first down and more. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. So plenty of action on the field, but no action right now on the scoreboard, at least as of yet. Nothing is our score. As we send you up to Orlando, and with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Larry Ridley. Our first look at the NFL scoreboard comes from Green Bay. Early lead in that one for the Packers. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk. You come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Double tight. Double tight. Let's go. Brand 38.
On second down, here's Miller. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. Second down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on second down.
Let's go.
Taylor now off the bootleg. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Cameron Wake with a big-time sack on 3rd down, and it'll be a loss of 7. Here comes the Bears punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And that will bounce out of bounds before they can get a return going. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. There are 0 points on the scoreboard for either side. It'll be interesting to see what adjustments were made. The defenses have obviously been great.
So if you like defense, this is a classic game. This is what you're looking for. But now you're trying to figure out how to gain any type of an advantage on offense. Is it through a big chunk play that they haven't seen before? Or is it just running your regular offense and running it better, trying to create an opportunity?
We'll see which avenue they choose to go down. And avoids the contact by sliding. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
There you go, Tiger. Slam. Hurry.
They send Stills in motion. Tannehill escaping the pressure right. He's going to look deep now for Landry. He's got a man. Complete. Jarvis Landry. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Jarvis Landry, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Dolphins are in for 6. Well, these two teams battled through a scoreless first half. Finally, a breakthrough here in quarter number 3.
And I just wonder how that played for both of them psychologically, because when you battle through a scoreless first half, now you know that every possession is increasingly crucial. Who can put points on the board, make the other team chase? Wonder if you get a lift and if they get deflated a little bit.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. Little soul-searching now.
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots, but what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter. No time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. The Bears on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 9.
Here we go. Red 38. Red 38. Check the backer. Check the backer. Flex round. Flex round.
They go play action with Taylor. And finding Pruitt. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They convert on third with a gain of 22.
Let's go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
Getting out a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole that closed there quickly at the end. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? Second and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. They'll run with Miller, and he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Now they'll throw with Taylor. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. And boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only.
Taylor hit. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. He's at the 50, the 40, the 20, 10. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room. Boy, they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave him a comfortable lead.
Now for the point after. The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them, the coaches from all the way up here. They were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
Second down, Taylor. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
When you execute a drag across the route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
That's complete to Meredith. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Chicago. Cameron Meredith, his second touchdown on the season. And the Bears draw a bit closer. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him.
Tight end right. Tight end right.
Base.
We got three, fella. We got three.
Tight right.
Back.
There you go, Tiger.
On first down, Tannehill.
Check three.
To the right side here, the tight end Thomas. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. A very solid gain of 27.
Watch Mike. Outside coming.
Yep.
90s and Mike.
Tight right.
The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass.
Check. Tight right.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Go, zero.
They send Stills in motion.
Stay at home.
To throw on second down is Tannehill. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. Brian Quick, the intended target. And that'll make it third down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. So now third and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Throwing on third down, Tannehill. Eluding the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now fourth down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on fourth down.
Yep. 28. Tight right.
Bus formation. Come on, boys. Come on.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? A little eager there coming in from his outside linebacker position.
You think the hard count got him there? And
Yes.
maybe that extra hut, that extra emphasis on it, got him to jump, and they picked up 5 yards.
Man left.
Play. Let's go. Run.
3 down.
Quick.
Check 24.
Play.
On first down, it's Tannehill.
Check.
Flush to his right. Oh, no, he lost the football. And this one's going to go out of bounds, so no recovery. But on fourth down, a change of possession anyway.
Get him, boy.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
Hey.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So they got him coming up from his linebacker spot.
And sometimes the position designation really doesn't matter. If you creep up to the line of scrimmage, you just have to look for the football. Make sure it moves before you do.
Yep.
Mike by
28. Run.
Mike by 5. Exit.
They send Stills in motion. Here's Tannehill. Flushed out right. That is caught inside the 5. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
He's tight right here. He's tight on the right. Tight on the right. Hey. Yo. 4 down. Check.
From the gun, here's Tannehill. Steps away to his left. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Double tight. Triple left.
They come out here in the eye.
5 down. Stand up in. Shift. Base.
Prince looks to punch it in here from the 1 on. Then he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. Jay Ajayi, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins are able to grow their lead. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
The Bears offense now heading back out onto the field, and they're going to need another score. Got one last time, but still down here.
When you're playing catch-up, every possession becomes crucial, doesn't it? It's vital. Get back out on the field, punch in the end zone again. They know it's not easy, but what they do have going for them, they did score the last time. They think they've got the formula working.
And what about the defense?
Well, now you're just saying to yourself, okay, we gave up a score last time. What adjustments do we need to make to slow them down now and get the ball back for our own offense? Is it more pressure? Is it more zone? What do they have to do? They're trying to figure that out themselves.
We'll see if they can figure that out right here. Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. On first down, it's Taylor. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
Here's Taylor. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Cameron Wake in there to get him for a loss of 5. And I know it seems like we say this a lot in broadcast booths, but a quarterback can hold on to the football too long in these situations. I think he did right there.
Oh, I agree with you totally. Sometimes you have to understand situations. Get rid of the football. Save some yardage to make it less to gain for the next down. Instead, he was so hipped on ball security, he held on to it and took a big sack.
He'll throw on first down with Taylor. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff.
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, they like his work ethic. This guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time. Really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
A good pickup there, a 22. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
Jeremy Langford is in. He gets the carry. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. Flying time to his left. A big hit. Knocked down sideways, right at the line of scrimmage.
But there was pressure all around him, so the only play was to try and get out of there. I think it was an excellent effort by him just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And that is caught. second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Bears have cut it to within a score. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now. The kicker, Roberto Aguayo, has it teed up and is about ready to get this one started. Jakeem Grant now to return. And they'll have good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. And the Dolphins getting set to go here. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Zip. Let's go. Hip.
They'll start out on the ground with a delay. And that is what you call a hit stick. Put down to the ground hard. And now this defense trying to use the clock to their advantage. They'll take the timeout here with 2:08 left. And then they'll have another stop coming up at the 2-minute warning.
Here you go. Play. Let's go. Base. Check three. Check nickel.
They send Stills in motion.
Where you at?
On second down, here's Tannehill. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right.
Check 25. Play. Check 26.
From the gun on third down, Tannehill. Escaping the pressure right. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. The offense is going to stay out there. They've converted twice, failed once so far on fourth down. Let's see what's in store here.
Trip left. Bunch set. Eyes up. Play. Zip. No. Off.
They send Stills in motion.
Sponge.
Dolphins going on fourth. It's Tannehill.
Banjo.
And he finds Stills complete. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Dolphin first down. They are on to the fourth quarter now, by the way, in Santa Clara. And the Cardinals continuing to surge. They've scored again. A win would be their first of the young season.
Base. Watch it. Yo, trip left.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
Play. 36.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. And now the Bears going to signal for another timeout. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
Tight right. Double up. Coming, double up. Here we go. Looney! Quick. 49, check 49.
They send Stills in motion.
Check four.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Ajayi. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. The Dolphins on third down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 8.
90 isn't mine.
Clay. Zebra. Go.
Tight dog.
They send Stills in motion. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Now here's a whistle and a timeout. It's called by the receiving team here. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. They're in the 4th quarter in Denver. The Broncos have opened up a 2-touchdown lead. A win would be their 2nd on the young season.
Right here.
58. Block. Right there in the middle. 55. Wants to run. They're running.
Go. Zebra. Zebra.
Check 31. Whip. Watch the whip.
They send Stills in motion. Back to throw. Tannehill.
Go.
Got a man open. It's Brian Quick. It's a pickup of 13, and with that 13 yards, this ball game just about over. A gutsy decision there going for it on 4th, but they got it, and that likely puts an end to this one.
Indeed, it was.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.